Hello everybody, welcome back to Cities Skylines with me, Biffa, here in our city of TeaVille. And I've got some exciting things to share with you today. The first thing, there has been an update to the Traffic Manager mod. It is now version 11, and there is a really cool new feature that I'm going to use this area here as an example. Look at all the traffic backing up everywhere. Oh my goodness me, we need to work on this. But something that is going to help, as the cars are moving down here, you can see this lane here is doing two things. Now, what would we normally do to change that? We would normally take this tool here, click on there, and then we'd go to this tool and say, no, don't use that for two things. We turn it off and have one for right, one for straight on. There is a quicker way of doing it now. Aha. So you select the lane tool, and as you can see, as you hover over it, Control plus click separate turning lanes for entire junction. Alt click separate turning lanes for segment. So if we alt click, you can sort of face it the way that you want it to go, and it will pick the top segment, this segment, or that segment, or control click, it will do the whole thing. So this lane here, I believe, is also, you can just about see the arrows going both ways. That arrow is definitely going both ways. This one here is not too busy, so let's do control click and ping. There we go. If we just pause the game and delete that van, now we have a lane for each. And now we have a lane for each, and it just does it automatically, which is fantastic. So there we go, as you can see it nice and clearly. This lane does two things, that lane does two things. Select the lane arrows, hold control, click on the node, watch those two arrows, ping, automatically changes it. Absolutely brilliant. That is really good. So things like that can really start helping you with your junctions. Here's a great example. This junction, all of these arrows are going all over the place. Now, it's interesting here because normally I would put 6-lane roads on here. So let's actually do that and see what happens. There we go. Just want the end pieces, and then I can just use the Anarchy mod to connect that back up again. There we go. So we've got the lane arrows. You can see they're all going all different directions. So let's use that tool again. Control, click in the middle. Bish, bash, bosh. One for left, one for straight on, one for right. One for left, one for straight on, one for right. The same. All the way around, even though this lane's going to be pretty close to those poles, but don't worry about that. That is just absolutely brilliant. So today we are definitely going to be adding in some metros. It's something we haven't done yet. Okay, so I am thinking of doing a couple of different things here. Now, normally when I do my metros, I would do big loops and just cover huge swathes of the city in one go. So I'd, for instance, have a big loop here, a big loop here, another loop here, and then sort of connect them all together. But what I'm thinking this time is to pick out hotspots where we really could do with some metros and then connect them up. So, for instance, we have here a university covering this end of the city, plenty of students. This would definitely need a metro here. What I am going to do is I'm going to temporarily place some metros down so I know roughly the area that I want them. Look, we've got all these schools here as well, and then we will connect them up afterwards. So I'm going to stick a metro there. Over here, we certainly have a lot of businesses and factories. So I would definitely say we need a metro in this area somewhere too. Somewhere central. I'm going to pop one there. So we've got our big university here, Woodland State College. We have these over here as well. So the Expo Centre, lots of tourists will come here from time to time. The Parc des Princes. So I think I am going to do that. That connects okay, and they can walk out there. Very good. There's a car park there again. Maybe here, right by the car park. That could work quite well. So we're going to go there. Excellent. Then as we look at this area down here, we already have a built-in metro in our train station. So I'm definitely going to be using that. What other hotspots do we have around here? I'm just keeping my eye out for schools. We've got schools down here, high schools. Lots of residential. Then we have like the hospital. We have the department store, which is certainly going to get visitors. So I'm thinking we want something in here. Oh, we've got a nice high-rise officey type thing. So could I add it off of this side? That would be much better. So let's have that there. And then maybe another one up here as well. And people will walk quite far to get to these. And I always tend to try and put them off of the main road. like this so you don't have a load of people jumping out into their cars right on a main road. That can always be a problem. So we've got this one here. I'm going to put some paths over to these two schools for that one. We've got the one in the middle. We've got the one built into there. I think that will do for now. I'm not going to overdo it. And that will bring people down to the train. I think I'm going to use a bus over here to bring people in. I've got buses set up around here, I am pretty sure. Let's just check my bus routes. Yeah, we've got bus routes going all over the place around here. I might put one up here because lots of people want to come to work. What is going on with the traffic? Oh my days. I don't even want to look at it. Oh, 56%. It's all going wrong again. But this is definitely going to help the traffic. This is definitely going to help. And then, of course, we've got this area up here, which is super busy with all the things that people are going to come and visit. There is a metro built into this train station, of course. Okay, so that's how we're going to connect up this area. I'm also thinking I'm going to add one more down here as there's so many people down here. I think that would be a good idea. And we're going to just pop that off of the main road over here. Yep, very good. And we'll just connect that one up as well. There we go, and just because that's a short length, I'm not going to bother with a loop. I'm just going to have the line go from one station to the other station, to the other station, and back again. Line number 1, there we go. Well, that will do for now. So that's number 1, and then they can jump on the train, and then that train will take them wherever they need to go after that. Just thinking about adding one more train line in. While I think of it, we don't have a line going from here to our university, which actually would be very handy. So I'm going to take that second line there, and we're going to come all the way over here to this train station, add a stop, and then go all the way back and complete that line there. Excellent. Okay, so now I'm going to connect up this area here where this university is. We are just going to run this one straight down here. There we go. And then I am thinking about connecting this to one over here as well. We've got all of our buses here. And if they could bring everybody to this metro, and I've just realised how close that is to this bus hub, which a lot of buses go to. Do you know what? I'm actually going to move this. That would make much more sense. And then we can delete this line and connect it up to there. And then we just run a line backwards and forwards from that one. Excellent, that would be good. I'm also just adding in a couple more bus routes to cover the areas where we haven't got a metro. I mean, you know, you could just chuck a metro in absolutely everywhere, but I really don't want to do that. I want to try and... let's have a look, actually. That one could come in there. I also want to try and utilise different forms of transport as much as possible. I'm just making sure that I'm putting my... bus, it stops reasonably in the middle, not too near too many other junctions that are busy. This one isn't too busy, it should be fine. There we go. So that takes in there, and there, brings it up to the metro, which they can then run and jump out at the city centre or at the train line. Yeah. So that shouldn't be too bad. And then we'll do another one over here. And then what I'm going to do is keep the game running and just keep an eye on how many passengers there are at each stop, whether they're all being picked up, whether we need more trains or not. So this one is pretty busy. That's not doing too bad. The other ones I've only just put down, so we don't have too much on them at the moment. Yeah, just keep an eye on how all of those are going. And if we need to adjust how many trains that we have on them and whether they're being utilised a lot, which is definitely what we want to see. Oh, yeah, and one more thing. You want to make sure that for each of the areas around your metro stops that they have plenty of paths, so they have path access to get round to places. So this is okay. It's got a path to that road. Oh, look at these lane arrows. Every time I see these now. Control click. Ping. Oh, I love it. Control click. Ping, sorts it all out automatically. Good. So they can walk from there, cross over the road, and they're in with the high school, the university, and all that sort of thing. So that one looks okay. We follow down to this one here by our train station. Yes, they can come out and they can walk around the outside and get to there quite easily. We could just add, so if we just go from there all the way down to there, There we go, and that just gives them another way of getting around, which might be a little bit easier. And then a quick autosave, so better have a sip of tea. Lovely. Oh, and I completely forgot to hook up this one here by our industry, and I'd like this one to connect to down here. So let me just do that one. Glad I noticed that. Otherwise, I would have had 1,000,001 comments all about that. That would have been fantastic, wouldn't it? And this is quite a long way to go, this metro, but I think that is really going to help with the traffic issues we've been having. So I'm going to do it anyway, and I just don't care. I'm wondering whether even to connect that up to there. Oh, suddenly we've gone like cross our city with a massive metro. Oh, it's just so tempting just to bring that down and connect to this one now. I think I'm just going to have to do it. So what I'm thinking of doing, as this line here is going to be super, super long coming up there, and then it goes all the way around there, is I'm not going to have a route that goes all the way. I'm going to have a secondary route that comes from here that goes to over here and back again, like that. There we go. So they can change there, and they can change there if they want. I think that might just be a good idea. And now I'm thinking about just connecting up this one here because it seems silly not to. Yeah, that's okay. Slightly overlapping, but they're not really getting in each other's way. So we're going to connect that one up. But now we can at least see that this line here isn't getting in the way with that line there. And they can easily come out, walk around there and get into that one. So that's no problem at all. So now hopefully what we will see over time is our traffic going down. Because this area up here is so super busy with all these people trying to go everywhere. Everywhere else is green. Everywhere, I mean, you know, busy. It's red, busy, but it's not too bad. It's moving. But this bit up here is just chock-a-block with people. So hopefully, yeah, we're going to see things start getting a lot better. Well, already we're getting some interesting figures on our metro lines. It's only been like 3 or 4 minutes. Line number 1, which is this one over here. If we look at it this direction, you'll recognise it. From like and subscribe down to like through the train station. That is super busy. And this station here has 652 people waiting. And we've only got 3 vehicles. So if we look at our line, tons of people waiting, tons of people waiting. So we definitely need more on here. I would even say to get that up to... So let's get this up to 8. There we go. 299%, 300%. Yeah, that'll be good. And then let's see how that one goes. And then, of course, also you can do the opposite on this little line here, which went from our train station at the top in our new entertainment area to this little one down here. So a little crossover station. There's hardly any people using it at the moment. It's only been a few minutes. I'm dropping that down to 1, and then we'll keep an eye on that. Oh, this new little way of using the lane arrows works on roundabout junctions as well. So I'd set up roundabouts sometimes to just have one lane to go off. So control click. Oh, look at that. That is going to make fixing cities so much quicker. I am loving the update. Well done, guys and girls, working on that. Fantastic, fantastic. Another new feature as well is to do with the time traffic lights. You can just add in normal traffic lights like that, turn them on and off. But if you look at the time traffic lights down here, you can do a control click quick setup. So normally you'd have to select your node and add in, I know this is a bit small, it's in 4K, so not much I can do about that. You'd have to add in all your different traffic lights, how you wanted it all to work. But now it's just control click. So we'll click on there and it's just automatically set the whole thing up. Let's just zoom in a bit and watch how that goes. And hopefully that will just help things a little bit more. I'm going to do one on here as well. So we're going to select that one and do control click and get that going. So what have we got here? We've got... So on that one, they can turn right. They can go because they're not getting in each other's way. Oh, that's good. Then they can go forward. They can go left and right. So that is actually really, really good. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm going to do one on this big junction. Do we need one? Yeah, why not? Let's give this a go. So let's select that node, control click, and see how much that helps this junction. Do you know what? That is going really, really well. Oh, is this like a revolution? Is this now going to be the time when Biffa ends up using even more time traffic lights? I wonder whether I could use the automatic one to select these 2 nodes at once and have them with their time traffic lights. Let's just remove the ones from here. And we're going to remove the ones from there. So this time we're going to select that node, hold shift and select that node. And then I'm going to control click here. And is it going to do both? No, it just does one at a time. Okay, so it's not necessarily doing these two in conjunction with each other. That's interesting. Maybe that's a little feature they could add at another point. I'll tell you what, with just a couple of minutes work in this area and the metro and the time traffic lights, we've just solved the traffic problem. I'll show you what I've done. I've connected this road down to here now, so everybody isn't all coming through this junction. I've made it a 2-lane each direction road, made sure the arrows are all set up, and the guys coming out of this road give way to the main road. Time traffic lights on here and here and here and here. I've never used so many traffic lights in my life. They're working fine. I've made sure that this roundabout here has 1 lane for off, 1 lane for off, and then they don't lane switch anywhere, and then they pick their lanes when they come on. That's kept that moving free. This here where you've got the road coming into a big busy junction, I've got asymmetrical roads, so you've got 3 lanes coming in, 2 lanes coming out, which is all you need, which has worked really well. And then again, use the control click with the lane thing to get all the lanes going the right way. That worked well. I've done the same here, although that one there needs to change to an asymmetrical. So you don't need 3 lanes each direction. We just need 3 lanes that come into the junction. And then I'll grab that lane thing, control click, watch these arrows here, bing, 1 for left, 1 for right, 1 for straight on. Done the same here, same here and same here. Yep, so that is working fine, and I believe that's got a timed one on, which is good. This one here was getting super busy. This is our cut-through road from our industry. I've made this 2-lane all the way up, and then I've taken away the traffic light. We don't need it. And what I'm going to just do is stop them lane switching in the middle there, and I'm going to say when you come in, pick your lane, might as well put it on all of them. So they pick the lane there and they don't get in each other's way. And that has just cleared all of that up, which is just absolutely brilliant. And then if we look at our metro, that one there, oh wow, 854. So we're not doing too bad. Yeah, that's going to pick up all of them. That'll pick up all of them. Yes, we haven't got an over abundant amount of people hanging around waiting what to do. Yep, that one's fine. Let's have a look at this one. That one's fine. We could even maybe drop a train down on there. Yeah, which line's that? Number 3. Let us just drop that down to 1. There we go. That's good. This one here. Yeah, all the trains have got quite a few people on. I reckon we could drop that down a couple. Let's do that. And then the last one we've got down to 1. There's only 44 people, so that is fine. So that is really good. That has helped absolutely fantastically. And our traffic is creeping back up to 80% again. That is brilliant. Obviously, just need to look at the roads here. So let's just take a quick look and see what's going on. So we've got, yeah, I'm going to upgrade this road here to 4-lane. Just gives them extra options coming into the highway, coming off the highway, all of that sort of thing. And then this is a busy road. So we need that coming down onto this busy road. And they're also cutting through there. So I think those two just need to change. We want that coming out there, that coming out there. Okay, and then we're going to do some time traffic lights. We're going to have one there. Ping. I don't think we're going to need one there now because we've got a lane going each way. And there we've got a lane going each way. If it will let me do the lane arrow thing. Yeah, there we go. I saw it change. So that should be okay. This needs to be 3-lane, but I don't want to whack an asymmetrical in there. I think we'll be fine. And we're clicking on all these junctions now everywhere. That will probably sort that out, because this is the main culprit down here. Yeah, let's just keep an eye on this for a minute, and I bet this is all going to go down now. Yeah, look at that. Look, this is all moving now. This is moving now. It's just this bit up here. Let's see how quickly. See, this is a perfect example. Junction, 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 where like a big time traffic light would work so much better. Yeah, to get them all through. I'm just wondering whether we could just give them another option. Like, we've got this road that goes round there. which they can use. Yeah, it's just made this one here super busy, isn't it? Probably the trees in the middle of the road don't help, so I'll move some of those out of the way. Okay, the traffic is getting better in this area, but using the traffic tool, the routes tool, you can see that most of these private vehicles are coming from outside the city. They're coming off of here and then going up through this messy area. Some of them are doing it to come to houses here, but the rest are going up, round this roundabout, onto this big junction, and then they're going left or right on there. So they're basically trying to cut through and get onto this other highway. Now, I'm just thinking, see, some of these are coming down there. Can I buy a square over here? Yes. There we go. So if I come back out of that, so now I could add a road down there to join this one, and that will stop them going all the way into my city, round and out again. Okay, yeah, that'll be a nice, quick, easy fix. Let me just do that. Yeah, there we go. I think that's going to work much better. And then what I'm going to do is just add, there we go, a little 4-lane road there for some runoff. I'm going to say no lane switching in the middle, so they're going to pick here. And then when they follow this round, go across the river and join up here. Yeah, I've already put some 4-lane in there, so we're going to go no lane switching. And then where you come out here, because I'm assuming a lot of cars are going to start using this. We're going to go there, there. Actually, I want to test something. Select that node, Shift S. Oh, I was hoping they'd added that into the update. No, it doesn't work. There we go. So we'll do that manually, like that, like that, like that. And then hopefully we're going to see cars start using that to get onto that road instead of coming all... Let's try that again. Game jumped, coming all the way down there, all the way through into here, all the way up that road, all the way around there, all the way up there onto this junction, and then down there. So that should help. But then they also are doing the same thing to go this direction. So I'm going to add, if they came straight down here, they could come off there and come around there, but it's too far to go. So I'm thinking of adding maybe a little bypass just coming up somewhere. Okay, so yeah, I've added one, so they can now come down this road, go straight ahead, come off of this little road here, which goes, whoa, really weird up here. Let me just sort that out with the Move It mod. And I think that will work much better. They've got a couple of nodes here where they can switch lanes, so they're not going to get caught coming off deliberately. And that will hopefully lessen the traffic coming up over here. So as you can see, this road is pretty chock-a-block. I'm going to keep an eye on that and see if it goes down. There we go. Things are looking much better. This little road here that was backing up isn't backing up so much. We're still getting a bit of traffic in here, but it's moving. I've got a roundabout. Couldn't remember the name of it there. And a few other little timed traffic lights. This is backing up here, and I tell you why, and I've already got a fix for that. Let's use the in-game tool. Let's pick this. I've already picked the road. So you can see a lot of these purple cars, which are private vehicles, are coming here, through this area to join this main busy road to get across to the other side of the highway. So that is one thing you always want in your cities, is the way for people from one side to get to the other side without going through the highway. And I'm sort of looking around thinking, what can I do? I'm wondering whether I could just have a little road coming off there to join here and add, or maybe here, just to join this little L-about, whatever we ended up calling it, and see how that goes. It might just be a little bit too much traffic in here, but we are going to give it a go. And hopefully it doesn't just get too busy at this end here. I think it's already automatically added traffic lights. I'm going to remove those, and we may sort of change some of these to asymmetrical roads. But let's see how... What are these numbers up here? 6 and 3. I think that's supposed to be for those, and it's got a bit hawky-balky. Let's see whether that changes the route of some people, which it already is. Look. We're going to get a lot of cars coming down here trying to get onto here. Yeah, let's see how that goes. But I think, to be honest, what are we up to? 77%. And we've got tons of people using our metro, which is great. I think that, and look at that, our need is just going through the roof, which is just brilliant. I think that's good. I think that's really, really good. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments below. Any hints and tips? And look, we sorted the traffic out here. It's just parked cars. There's no traffic at all. Any hints and tips? Let me know in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave as well. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, everybody. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.